Hey gents, today we are talking about Crown shoes out of the Northampton in the UK, really the historical shoemaking region in the UK. This company is a gem that I discovered a few years ago thanks to one of my favorite podcasts, Hello Internet. They did a shoe that was exclusive to the podcast with this company, small company out of Northampton, England, and at the time, it was absurd to me to spend over $200 on a pair of sneakers, but I'm so glad I did because it definitely helped open my eyes up to the quality over quantity discussion in all of clothing. And I think the world is catching up to that as well. Now that we are buying less dress shoes, we want nicer sneakers that can still look really good and just outlast traditional sneakers. And that's truly the goal of my channel, is to have you buy the best that you can afford, but buying fewer, nicer things. Crown has changed their line over the past couple of years, and since I did my big sneaker roundup where they were one of the best picks on that roundup, especially around their price increase, because they have improved their leathers and they've actually made a three-tiered system basically depending on the type of leather that you want. And my collection of Crown has definitely grown. I have a pair of their chukkas that I absolutely love, and then I have a couple of pairs of sneakers including this beautiful hole cut that I did a video on, and I can't wear them enough. So given all the questions, I asked if they could send me samples of the leathers that they're using in their new calf, Horween, and Kudu lines, especially their suede, because I had no firsthand experience with it. And because you guys have a lot of questions on this stuff, I want to give you the best experience that I can to see these shoes, because there are no places that stock them in the US, because they are all handmade to order, and we'll talk about that in a second. The reason I consider them such a gem in this space is especially for the price. They're delivering truly luxury quality shoes that can rival common projects, but at about half of the price. The raw materials that they use, the comfort of the shoes, and that minimalist, really thoughtfully designed looks really set Crown apart. And they're unique in a couple of ways. For one, they do offer a regular sizing, which is their F size, but they also offer a wider size, which is their G sizing. Not many sneaker companies offer that. Two, they do offer a sneaker resole process. So if you buy your Crown shoes, you wear the crap out of them, and then you need that sole replaced, this is one of the few companies you can send it back to them, they'll put a new sole on, so you can keep the characteristics of the leather upper that you have developed over a couple of years, and they'll get you a new shoe for way less than buying a whole new shoe. And as I mentioned, they don't carry any inventory, so every sneaker is handmade to order in their Northampton factory, and you get neat little touches like them writing your name inside of the shoe, which is pretty cool. They've named their designs after classic footwear construction, from their derby, their hole cut, and their cap toe, and then each style itself is named after areas in Northampton, England, from their Overstone to the Upton and then the Abington. Hopefully my American accent didn't ruin those names. So we'll talk about the designs and the styles of their shoes, but first, the different tiers that you're gonna see on their shoes are based on the leather that you're gonna get. They have a basic calfskin leather, which is a high quality calfskin that I would also compare to a Common Projects shoe. You also have a Horween leather, which is the American manufacturer that I did a tour of their factory. I can link to that below. And then you also have Kudu leather, which is from the CF Stead Tannery in the UK. And their suede has a water stop pre-treatment, which is going to give you incredible longevity in the suede. It's going to look great for a long time. And then the leather has this really unique grain that's specific to Kudu. So whether you're going to get the Overstone Derby, the Upton, or the Abington, you're going to be able to pick your leathers across these. And because they're made to order, you can basically get any combination you'd like if you want a certain sole and then a upper as well. And then there is sizing. These fit very much true to size to a dress shoe. They are slightly larger than a sneaker. So here's the way that practically looks for me. I wear a 12.5 like a running shoe or a regular sneaker, but in a dress shoe, I'll typically wear a 12. So it's about a half a size down. So for me, on the Allen Edmonds 65 last, I am a 12. That means that in the Crown shoes, I am an 11. So I'd say order as close to your dress shoe size as you can, because these do fit more like a dress shoe versus some kind of athletic sneaker. So at the highest level, the three models that we have are the Overstone, the Upton, and the Abington. The Overstone is very much the Common Project Achilles silhouette, minimalist, clean style. The Upton is the hole cut sneaker, and then the Abington is this really cool high top. Both of these that you're seeing here have the Horween leather. Then each line has a TL, which is their trim line, and their core. The core line is the standard, has a lot of padding around the sides. This is my preferred style, but if you want a really slim line look and a sleek silhouette, the TL is going to be the one that you want. And whether you go with the TL line or the padded line, the interior of all their shoes is lined with this really soft leather, which helps with it being very breathable. Also, once the summer comes around, like I'm not wearing socks with these, and that's one of the features that you get while having something that is lined with a natural material like a really nice leather. Then from there, you have your leather options. You have calf leather, you have Horween leather, and you have the kudu leather. And each of those is basically a step up in quality or luxury. So you have the calf leather, which is still an amazing Italian calf leather. And to me, it competes directly with all of the other luxury leather sneakers, whether it's Koio or Oliver Cabell, Common Projects, and more. So the Italian calf here is already starting off at a really good foot. Then you have the Horween leather, and this is the amazing Chrome Excel self-polishing leather. That's what the chukkas are made out of that you see, but they also have, you can see in the different colors, they have this kind of distressed look in some of theirs, but then in the red Abington, you have this like just really smooth, clean Chrome Excel leather. And I did a video where I actually went through the factory and looked at this a lot. I think Horween Chrome Excel leather is some of my favorite leather out there, has an amazing smell, polish to it, and is very amazing. And then you have the kudu leather. You're seeing it in this like detailed look, and kudu comes from an amazing UK CF Stead tannery. And then alongside of these, you also have calf suede and then kudu suede. Now the kudu suede, as I mentioned, is this weatherproofed, really durable, really beautiful suede, and you can see that here in the brown look, and this is in the TL series. And something to keep in mind too, the interior comfort of the Crown shoes is really what sets these apart from almost any other shoe. The padding that's used on the sole of the shoe is not only extremely soft, but is very durable. So the shoes that I've now had for 3 years, the Overstone Derbies, are just as comfortable as they are as some of these brand new ones right out of the box. And that's why I continue to recommend these so highly, and also the durability of the sole. So when you're typically looking at sneakers, you tend to look for a Margam sole because they're really durable, they're high quality, they last for a while. But I would put the Crown soles directly up against any Margam sole any time of day for the longevity, durability, and comfort. Now, a couple of the comparisons that I think you might be making as you're looking at these is, first, do you want the calf leather or the Horween leather? And this is really going to come down to the color that you want. I think that Horween leather, especially the Chrome Excel, because it's the self-polishing, it does look better over time to me. And if I was going to choose between the two, I would want the Horween, especially if it was the color I want. Now, you can't get a pure white in the Horween, so if you want pure white, you're going to be looking at the calf leather. But just trying to choose between those two, is it worth the extra? I think it's $10 or $15. I think the Horween is worth it because it's a unique looking shoe to set you apart in a world of where the silhouettes all look very similar. That's a really unique looking shoe. Now, the Upton versus the Overstone, when you're looking at the silhouettes, if you want that classic minimalist silhouette, definitely go for the Overstone. The Upton hole cut is really unique because it's a hole cut, because you can see that the toe is rounded, but it's also kind of flat. So the silhouette is very different in the Upton hole cut, and to me is a little bit more elegant, definitely more unique. And so when you're looking between those two, just one of the considerations. And so I find myself gravitating to the Upton a lot, but if you want that minimalist Common Projects like silhouette, that's gonna be the Overstone. Keep in mind too, you're basically seeing the black, the white, and the gum sole color on these shoes, but because these are all made to order, basically any of the combinations that you're seeing here are just some of the considerations as you would build a shoe. So if you want a certain type of leather with a certain type of sole, chances are you're going to be able to accomplish that because these are all handmade to order. You just have to find the right combo as you're building it on the site. And one of the things that to me really highlights Crown as being what you would get from a traditional heritage shoemaker, but in the sneaker side, are the accessories. So you can get their custom-made beechwood shoe trees, which really help with the form of the shoe. And no matter what, if you're going to be spending $200+ on a pair of sneakers like this, get shoe trees. It's gonna help get the moisture out of the shoes. It's going to help keep the form of the shoes. And these ones from Crown are custom made for this. It'll help air the shoes out and help get you the most life out of the shoes. They also have a beautiful real horn, shoe horn, so you can make sure you're keeping the backs of the shoes nice and strong. Definitely something to make sure when you're getting a shoe as nice as this. And if you are interested in really exploring the line and you're you don't want to order multiple shoes, they do offer a swatch book, so you can order a swatch book. And if you want to pick out a couple, like if you want to compare one of the kudos to the Horween and maybe 2 pairs of the calf, you can order a swatch book from them so that you can really see and feel the leather in person. So if you really like this, you get to see all the combos here in this video, then you can order a swatch book if you're very particular about seeing the leathers before you end up placing that order. So that's a look at all the styles of the leathers that you can go from Crown. Here's a couple of things to keep in mind overall if you're ordering any of the styles from them. Number one, they are made to order, so it could take an extra week to get them, but they're handmade to order, so just be a little bit patient on there. 2, free worldwide shipping, so they do all come out of the UK. You get free shipping worldwide. Now, if you are outside of the UK, the VAT or the value-added tax comes off manually after the transaction. So take all the prices that you're seeing on the website and subtract 20% if you are outside of the UK. So not only do I think they're an amazing price if you're inside the UK, if you're outside of the UK, it's 20% less than that. Every order comes with their really nice wax cotton laces and also comes with an additional pair. And each of the shoes comes with one of their eco cotton dust bags, which is also a very nice touch when you're ordering from a premium shoe maker. So that's a deep dive into Crown shoes. None of this video is sponsored. You know, they sent me samples so I could check them out and everything, but this is all because you guys have had such great questions. And as they've expanded and changed their line, I've been personally curious as well, because if I'm shopping for some kind of sneaker like this, I want to get it from them. I've had such a good experience overall. Our customer service has been amazing. And it's just one of those really cool, unique companies that I think is really worth supporting. And I hope this video helps you as you are going through a decision process. There's a ton of sneaker companies out there, and it feels like my duty to sift through all of these and find what are the ones worth our time and our money as we're trying to buy fewer, nicer things. So as always, guys, I'd love to hear from you guys down below. If there are more gem companies like this, please let me know. I'd love to dig into those as well. I'd love to give a little bit of historical context around these things, but also then diving deep into the practicality of everyday products. So I think that's enough rambling for this video. As always, my DMs are open. I love to hear from you guys over on Instagram as well. And I'll see you down in the comments. Until next time, gents, this is the Kavalier.